Pastor Jen here from Pacific Lutheran University with another Warmline video. So there are many metaphors to describe these times we're living in, and initially the image of whirlwind made sense to me. Things were changing every day, new information, new restrictions, new technology, figuring out Google Hangout worship and Zoom classrooms, Warmline videos. It was chaotic, like a whirlwind. But it feels like things have shifted. And the metaphor that comes to mind to me for these times is wilderness. Many Christian churches are observing the season of Lent right now, the 40 days before Easter. We come to Lent each year and we talk about intentionally going into the wilderness with Jesus in solidarity with others, practicing a time of paring down and contemplation, fasting, maybe giving up a distraction or an addiction, so that we might more fully focus on God. It's a journey we take every year because in truth, often we don't get to decide when we go into the wilderness, and maybe it helps to have spent some time here before. The wilderness time we're in with the pandemic of COVID-19 is not wilderness that any of us would have chosen. But sometimes we do choose to go into the wilderness. This January, I had the opportunity to travel with 14 PLU students and with faculty member Serja Hay to the remote village of Holden Village in the Northern Cascade Mountains. And we were in this wilderness for 3 weeks. No cell reception, no Twitter, no texts, no YouTube videos. There was avalanche danger, and 90 inches of snow fell while we were there. Any medical emergency would have required a helicopter evacuation. But it also meant that there were amazing stars on cloudless nights and actual silence and gorgeous snow-topped mountain peaks. But here in the wilderness, you couldn't binge watch Netflix when you were bored or lonely, or endlessly scroll through Instagram to get that dopamine rush. Our regular distractions and comforts were unavailable to us. And sometimes the spaciousness of the wilderness was unnerving. Things come up. What has been hidden or stuffed down comes to the surface here. And we're seeing this now with COVID-19. The pandemic is revealing what has been there all along, but maybe we were too distracted to notice. Things like our healthcare system is broken. So many people are living on the edge of poverty, and there is massive inequity in our country. What the wilderness reveals can be scary and overwhelming, and true. In the book of Exodus of the Hebrew Scriptures, God's people are fleeing oppression and slavery, getting out of Egypt and out from under Pharaoh, running for their lives like a whirlwind. There's the drama of the plagues and the parting of the Red Sea, and then there is only wilderness. Expansive, enduring wilderness. In the wilderness, much will be revealed about who they are, as they are invited to become who God is calling them to be. And it's not easy. Much of the time they feel quite lost, geographically, emotionally, and spiritually. I love the quote from Barbara Brown Taylor from her book An Altar in the World, where she offers this bit of good news. God does some of God's best work with those who are truly, seriously lost. What is true in their wilderness and in ours is that God is present, perhaps being revealed in ways that we were too distracted to notice before. From the book of Exodus, hear these words as God's people are making their journey. The Lord went in front of them in a pillar of cloud by day to lead them along the way, and in a pillar of fire by night to give them light, so that they might travel by day and by night. Neither the pillar of cloud by day nor the pillar of fire by night left its place in front of the people. God has not left God's place with us. I'd like to offer you a blessing in this wilderness time written by Jan Richardson, entitled, Beloved is Where We Begin. If you would enter into the wilderness, do not begin without a blessing. Do not leave without hearing who you are. Beloved, named by the one who has traveled this path before you. Do not go without letting it echo in your ears, and if you find it is hard to let into your heart, do not despair. That is what this journey is for. I cannot promise this blessing will free you from danger, from fear, from hunger or thirst, from the scorching of sun or the fall of the night, but I can tell you that on this path there will be help. I can tell you that on this way there will be rest. I can tell you that you will know the strange graces that come to our aid only on a road such as this, that fly to meet us bearing comfort and strength, that come alongside for no other reason than to lean themselves towards our ear and with their curious insistence whisper our name, beloved, beloved, beloved. May the God who calls us each beloved be with you in this time of wilderness and all that it may reveal. Amen.